How do, everybody? Yep, I'm wearing a sweatshirt. It's just about that time of year. And I realize it is, we're in low light conditions here, so all apologies, but it dawned on me, no pun intended, that I've done a few videos here on Cemetery Hill. I guess I'm on East Cemetery Hill, and most of the videos I've done here been in the morning because it's a beautiful sunrise looking over in that direction. A beautiful place to get the sunrise. Now, if you can kind of make it out, I always wonder if these lunettes here are original. You know, they I don't know, it's anybody's guess. Maybe someone can tell me. But so I'm staying just down the street at the Comfort Suites tonight. One of the only hotels I haven't stayed at in Gettysburg. I mean, the list is very short at this point. So I figured I'd just go for a little walk before dark. Getting very close. Say hi, Hancock. Hancock the Superb. You know, you don't get a name like that for nothing. He must have been a heck of a guy. You know? Now, nobody in this world really has no enemies or detractors, but I think Hancock was looked upon pretty favorably, at least by all the men who were ever under his command. Kind of unlike this dude over here. Well, you know what, I haven't read that much about how his soldiers saw him, being 00 Howard. He, of course, doesn't have the best reputation, generally speaking, by historians, and he was rather slighted, you know, Flying Dutchman and all that. But I thought it was be kind of neat to come up here at this time after sunset to just imagine what it was like at the end of day one, after getting, dare I say, a little bit of a butt whooping, getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back some more, and then running through town, being chased through the streets of Gettysburg. With victory being none too certain at that point. It's just fun to sit here and imagine and just kind of step back in time, you know? I strongly urge and implore all who are watching these videos, if it's remotely possible for you to get up here, get up here. These videos, as I always say, they're not a substitute for visiting this incredible place. I do understand it's not feasible for all, but if it's remotely feasible, get your butt on up here. It's just, it's a surreal and ethereal experience to be standing on this very ground. To imagine yourself as, say, someone from, you know, Howard's Corps, who had just been, you know, fighting tooth and nail to hold the rebels back for just long enough until more reinforcements arrived. As I always say, you know, perspective is everything. And when you come to this park, you get that perspective. You know, when you stand on this ground, you realize that the subtleties of these gentle slopes, you know, how much, you know, 20, 30, 40 feet of high ground, quote unquote high ground, you know, how much of a difference that makes. You know, I never realized until a fairly recent visit that, as we all know, Howard lost his arm. Back in Virginia, you know, less than a year before the Battle of Gettysburg. And whenever I walk past the statue, I never looked very closely, and you know, it's too dark to see now. Darn it. But it's kind of hard to tell when you just kind of glance. It looks like he has both arms, but no. They were true to life. And yeah, you can't really see from here, and it's I can't zoom anymore, and it's too dark. But you see his shoulder and his sleeve, and then it just stops. So a lot of care was put into and thought was put into the making of these monuments, and dare I say, I don't think they really made any grave mistakes, because he is portrayed accurately as having one arm. But again, I just wanted to take you guys up here at this particular time of day while the sun is clearly in the west, just to try and put yourself in the footsteps of the Union soldiers, the 1st Corps and the 11th Corps, who did all the hard work on day one. You know, again, these guys are some unsung heroes. You know, again, I don't mean to really place any value on North and South, but you know, they put up a heck of a fight. They did all that anybody could have asked them to do. You know, they got pushed back for, I don't know, a good 3 miles or so. Just, you know, step by step, inch by inch, and did not give up a lick of ground that they didn't have to. You know what I mean? They held each little bump, each little ridge, each little, you know, gently sloping hill for as long as they could. All of them. All of them. And while day one, you know, isn't the most popular chapter in the Battle of Gettysburg, so I always say I think it deserves more respect and more attention, just because the Union lost day one. You know, that's just, they didn't lose day one, okay? They secured the victory that would, you know, eventually fall in their favor over the next 2 days by fighting tooth and nail for every yard, every inch as they got pushed back. Just beautiful. I wish we could see this, you know, without all the street lights and stuff, but it is what it is. Anyhow, I've hardly got any light left, and I'm almost at 10 minutes, so just wanted to give you guys another vantage point, if you will. I will see you again very soon.